Hello, I'm Bethany from Bethany Wellness. Join me for this yoga class as we embrace solitude. Hello everyone, I'm so glad you could join me for this class today as we embrace solitude. So are you a person that doesn't allow yourself much alone time because you just don't like the feeling of being alone? Or are you one of those people that might have too much alone time, feeling a sense of loneliness? Well, whichever category you fall into, let's embrace solitude and enjoy some alone time. Let's connect in Shavasana pose. So lying down. You may wish to have a block for this practice today or a book, so feel free to gather that as we're connecting to our Shavasana. And just come to lying down, connecting to your mat, connecting to your breath. Allow your breath to be full, traveling from the belly up to shoulders. Allow your belly to be soft as it rises and falls with each breath. And allow your breath to draw you into this present moment. With each exhale, let go of anything that interferes. Let go of busy thoughts. Let go of negative thoughts. Just allow yourself to be present in this moment, embracing solitude, embracing being alone with yourself, being comfortable in that space and meeting yourself with love and kindness. I'm sure you've heard the saying, for wherever you go, there you are. And it's true, we're with ourselves, with us, everywhere we go. So we might as well embrace ourselves with love and kindness and learn to like ourselves. And sometimes it's in the spaces of solitude where we can better tune into our authentic self, the core of who we are. And it's in times of quiet and solitude where we can better tune in for God's plans for us. And sometimes they come through as a very gentle whisper. And if we're always busy and we're always with others, how do we hear those whispers? Sometimes we don't. So allow this time of solitude to open your ears, your eyes, and your heart to the gentle whispering, the tugging that might happen on your heart. Reach your arms overhead, take a nice stretch. You can point your toes, bringing a little extra stretch. You can interlace fingers and press palms away. Just find a comfortable stretch for you as you explore what's comfortable in your body. Exhale, hug knees in, give yourself a gentle hug. And if you're a person that spends more time alone than with others, you might think of this hug as hug from others who love you, as a hug from people that you don't even know that might care about you. Just let this be a nurturing hug, a loving hug, letting you know that you matter. Good. Release your feet down to the mat. Find your block or your book or even a pillow if you don't have a block or a book, and lift your hips up as you press through your feet. Slide that block across your spine so that it connects across from the right and left hip, resting your sacrum on the block. So you may need to wiggle a little bit and move that block up and down until you feel comfortable to completely set into the block. So we're not lifting anymore with the hips. We're not keeping the spine super tense or straight. We're just letting the block support us and feel like there's a melting down, letting your hips melt down into the block. Option to have arms down by your sides, or you can cactus your arms if you'd like. If cactus arms is too intense, that would be the elbows out, bent about 90 degrees. If that's too intense, maybe you want to interlace your fingers and just have the arms reaching overhead with elbows slightly bent. Maybe that feels good today. So just explore what feels comfortable. Connect to your breath. Open heart center. So opening your heart, being willing to receive any nudgings that you may notice in this quiet, in this stillness. Be willing to receive love, love from God, love from yourself. If we're with ourselves all the time, no matter where we go, we might as well embrace ourselves with love and kindness and compassion. Couple more breaths. Good. Then slowly begin to lift your hips. You can bring arms back down by sides first. Lift your hips up, remove the block, lower down one vertebrae at a time until you get to your ribs, and lift your heels up to lower down all the way to sacrum. And then hug knees in. Begin to rock forward and back using your core strength to rise up to seated position. Choose the comfortable position for you. I'm going to go with cross-legged first. You can always change your mind. So if you start in one position and feel like that's not working for you, you can change it up. Take a few breaths here, gazing down, hands resting on your thighs. Let the shoulders release away from your ears. Just connecting to your breath, letting your breath guide you into this moment, into this present moment as we embrace solitude. And if you would like, connect your hands at heart center, connecting them towards, the breastbone there, right in the center, the sternum. Gaze down. Just thinking about connecting here, connecting your mind, your body, your spirit, tuning into your authentic self and embracing that. Drawing in love from God, love from yourself as you embrace solitude. Then exhale, press in front of you and extend, rounding through the back of your shoulder blades. Inhale, draw it back in, lift a little taller through the spine. Exhale, tuck and round. Press your connected palms forward, reaching arms forward. Inhale, rise back up to that seated position with hands at heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, tuck and round. I'll draw it back in and rise through that length of your sits bones. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, rise back up to your seat with hands at heart center. Good. Then release your arms by your sides. Give them a little shake. And come into tabletop on your hands and knees. Wrists align under your shoulders, knees under hips. Begin to sway gently from side to side. So we're not overly swaying or overly extending. We're just finding a little bit of movement through the hips, through your back, through your core. And then after a few movements, maybe go a little deeper, swaying a little more out to each side. And then finally pause to the right, side cat to the right. Let your hips rest on the right side as you're swaying them out. Inhale to center, exhale, sway to the left. Inhale to center. Go at your own pace now as you sway a little more deeply and hold on each side. Tuning in and noticing what your body needs. If one side is more resistant or tighter, spend a little extra time there. It's very common we have different sides that operate differently, might be a little tighter. So just meet yourself in that space. Good. One more to the right, one more to the left. And come back to center. Inhale for cow pose. Soften your belly down, gaze up. Exhale for cat, tucking round, tucking chin to chest, gaze back. Go at your own pace, connecting your breath with your movement. One more cow, one more cat. And come back to table. Exhale to child's pose. Sink hips to heels, bring your forehead to rest. Arms can reach overhead. If you would like, you can explore with your arms, tucking them in a little bit, or even drawing them back behind you with the palms facing up. So lots of different options here. Select what's more comfortable for you, for your shoulders, for your arms, your wrists. Allow this to be a nurturing, gentle hug, kind of squeezing our torso to our thighs. Drawing in on your inhales, drawing in love from God and love for self. Embracing solitude. Tuning into any gentle whispers in your quiet space. For the more we can tune in and hear those whispers, the easier it is to hear them in the future. We get good at what we practice. Let's practice tuning into the whispers, the little nudgings that God might have for you, the plans He has for you. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. You can pedal this out. Alternate bending right and left knee. Good. Then release knees to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you would like here. Give your head a nod, yes and no. Option to grab opposite elbow with your hand. Just to feel that ragdoll variation, feeling a little more lengthened through your arms, through your head and neck. Good. Then bring hands to a halfway lift to your shins. Draw shoulder blades together. Straighten your legs. Then bring arms out to sides as you rise all the way up. Extended mountain, both arms high. Connect hands at heart center. Gaze down. Drawing in with hands connecting at your heart center. And exhale, forward fold. Release your arms down. Good. Step both feet back, high plank. Hold here in high plank. You can do this from your knees or off your knees. Press through your palms. Puff up a little bit between your shoulder blades. Core is connected and engaged. Do a shushing sound if you want to be sure that your core is connected. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Release knees to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Sink hips to heels. Inhale, rise up to table. Turn yourself to the long edges of your mat. Bring your left foot out to the side, stretching it out. Your toes are facing forward on your left foot. Supporting yourself with the right knee. Bring hands to hips. Stay right here if you'd like. You can explore your next options. Hands to hips would be one option. Bringing arms overhead would be another option. Or you can exhale for gate pose, releasing your left hand to your left leg and taking a gentle side stretch. Connecting with your breath with each pose, allowing yourself to find calm and peace with each pose and being present here. That's what breath helps us to do. It helps us to be present when we connect to it. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Tuck that leg in. Switch sides. Bring the right leg out. Stretch it out. Toes are forward on the right foot. Inhale, hands to hips. Explore on this side what's going to be comfortable. You can bring arms overhead if you'd like. You can exhale, bringing your arm down to your right leg, taking a gentle side stretch. Couple more breaths. Good. Then inhale, both arms high. Release the hands down, tuck your leg back in. Good. Now let's sit with legs stretched out on our mat, sitting tall. Hands can be connected back behind you. Tripod your fingers if you'd like, having the tips of your fingers pressing into the mat. Toes are up, legs are extended. And just sit tall here. Just notice opening of the back of your legs when you sit tall. And then you can begin to gently hinge forward from the hips. Good. Then shake out your legs. Come to lying down and hug knees in. Giving yourself once again that loving hug. Drawing in love. Drawing in peace. Connecting your mind, your body, your spirit, and fostering the connection with your authentic self. And more importantly, connecting to God if there's any subtle whispering in these moments of solitude. Good. Then release both feet to the mat. Cross right ankle over left thigh, figure 4. You can use your right hand to press your leg away from you, or you can thread hands behind the left leg and hug in. Nice stretch through the glutes, a little bit of the hip area too, into your thigh. Steady breath. See here if you can find a smile, a subtle smile from within. A smile that you can just let your lips turn up a little bit in the corners. Good. Release figure 4, hug both knees in. Release the right foot down, figure 4, left ankle over right leg. Use your left hand to press your left leg away, or thread hands behind right leg, hug in. Connecting again to your subtle smile. Even in moments when we don't feel like smiling, if you can muster up the courage to just find that smile, no matter how small or how big of a smile. Our moods do follow that. They do feel impacted by our facial expressions. Good. Uncross figure 4, hug both knees in. Connect your feet to the mat, hands by your sides. Begin to allow your knees to open up to the sides and let your soles of your feet connect. So this is our reclined bound angle pose. Feel free to make any adjustments necessary for comfort in your body. Your legs can be a little bit less bent and have the feet farther away from your sits bones. That's a little more gentle. You can bring fists to connect underneath your thighs where the tops of your thighs meet your hips. You can connect right hand to belly and left hand to heart center. Noticing the belly rise and fall, maybe noticing your heartbeat. Resting, embracing solitude, resting in it. finding love and kindness for yourself. Good. Then bring your knees back to center. Bring the arms out to T, preparing for spinal twist. If you like a deeper twist, feet would be closer together. Gentle twist would be feet farther apart. Inhale first, then let your legs to the left. Gaze up or to the right. Inhale, legs to center. Exhale, release your legs to the right as you gaze up or to the left. Legs back to center, hug them in one final time. Good. Release your legs and feet down, preparing for final surrender, Shavasana pose. You choose if you'd like your legs stretched out or if you'd like your legs bent. Just choose what's comfortable in your body. Allow each breath to draw you into this moment. Each exhale to let go of anything that interferes with you being present here, with you experiencing peace in this moment of solitude. Know that if you spend much of your time alone, it can sometimes lead to feelings of loneliness. And if that's where you're at in this day, know that you are loved. You're especially loved by the Creator, God, who made you. And if you're feeling those senses of loneliness, reach out to someone. Reach out to either new people that you've never met before, or reach out to professional counselors, or reach out to friends and family. Or don't be afraid to try something new. Sometimes in trying something new, we grow and we stretch and we meet new people. And if you're a person that doesn't allow much solitude, doesn't allow much alone time because you just maybe don't enjoy being alone, see what happens if you allow moments of solitude and moments of being alone. See if you suddenly feel comfortable in the solitude, if you can find those moments of rest. Each breath drawing you into this relaxation, this final surrender. Sinking down into the support beneath you, softening from head to toe. Trusting that everything is at this very moment the way that it should be. Surrender to that. Final surrender, Shavasana. And slowly bring your awareness back. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bend at the wrists and ankles. And then roll to your right side using your arm as a pillow. Spend a few breaths on your side. And slowly rise up to a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much. It was my honor to guide you through this yoga practice today. I hope you feel nurtured and blessed through it. We'll end with Namaste, the teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Namaste, be well.